So the lesson for the 90 is we're going to learn the last property of log. I give you log 3. Use. Better? Better? Okay. We need more ball for this. So this different kind of question. They give you that, and they're gonna ask you this without using calculator. Okay, so what do you think? How do we get this 5 from 3 and 15? That's what you should ask yourself. What do you think? Any idea? Nico? 15 divided by 3 is 5. Very good. How do you write it? So 5 is log. So I'm going to change 5 as 15 divided by 5. Divided by 3, right? What next? All right, let's give Nico 1 point. What next? All right, Obed? Log 15. Remember the division? Division means subtract right there. It's the property number 6. 15 minus log 3. Do we know log 15? They gave you, right? Do you know log 3? Yeah, so plug it in. Okay, 1 point to Obed. So this is going to be 9, 9, 6, 0. All right, 0.699. Easy? That's what 9G. That's what 9G for. Yeah. About log 45. Log 45 is? Oh, 9 divided by 5 is 45. 45 divided by 9. Why? We were looking for 45. All right, Vanessa? 9 times 5. Okay. Okay, let's do 9 times 5. Okay. All right. What else? Remember, you want to relate it to what we know. Okay? Relate it to what we know. Yeah? All right, really? You should do that because 9 and 5. Well, 9 and 5 we don't know unless you're going to use 5 from the previous question. But let's say if you don't know the log 5, it's kind of stuck right here. Okay? Because you don't know log 5, you also don't know log 9. No, log 9 you can get from log 3. But anyway, the best is 3 times 15. Right? 3 times 15 also give you 45. Do you know log 3? Do you know log 15? Yeah, that's what we're gonna use. Use the information they gave you. So you're gonna have log 3 plus log 15. Plug it in. Log 3 is 0.477 plus log 15 is 1.176. So that gives you 3, 5, 6, 1. Okay, so 1.653. Let's give Vanessa and Riley 1 point. Oh, then let's talk about log 9. We just saw log 9. Okay, so let's talk about how do you find log 9. All right, Jose. Right, so log 9 is log 3 times log 3. And then it is going to be log 3 plus log 3. Right, so two of them. So 2 times log 3. So 2 times 0.77. That's give you what? Let's give also 1 point. Easy, right? Another way you can think is log 9 is 3 square, right? What you gonna do with the power? What you gonna do with the power? The very powerful, the very popular property. You move it to the front, right? So you're gonna have 2 log 3. Same thing. And then you have this. Two ways. I'm just showing you the other way. Okay. Let's give Victor 1 point. What is log of 1/3? Raise your hand. Anyone else? Any new persons? William, what do you think? What is 1/3? Related to what we know. Do we know log 3? Do we know log 15? From these two here, what do you think that we can get 1/3? Not that hard. Not that difficult. Anyone else? Dana? Hama? Brittany? Irene? All right, Alejandra. 3 to the power negative 1. Do you agree? 3 to negative 1 is 1/3. You flip them, right? Always. You should get, by now, you should be familiar with the negative power. Every time you see the negative power, you flip the base, okay? So it's going to be log of 3 to negative 1. And then what are you going to do with the negative 1? You're going to move to the front. Okay, move to the front. So you have negative log 3. And we know log 3 already, so we just put the negative. That's good. Let's give Alejandro 1 point. Oh, I lost more class at this. Maybe we can tell them to take the test every day. Oh, you get it now? Oh, okay. Before you go sleeping, you laughing about the joke in the morning, yeah? Yeah? Oh, okay. Okay. So do this one by yourself. This one easy. What would it too easy? What is it then? Yeah, same thing, right? Same thing. It's going to be negative log 5, which is negative 1.176. Huh? No, this one you don't use calculator. You cannot use calculator. That's why they give you. That's why they give you this information. They give it to us. Right. This one they gave you. They gave you these two things, and they ask you to find this order log. Okay, log 3 of 2. Now I'm gonna do different one. Okay, hold on. Let me write this one down. Is something wrong? Which one? Huh? This one you can just use calculator, right? But this one is the log. Oh, log they're using a lot. Remember, log is the reverse of exponential, right? Exponential. What are you gonna do in exponential? You can do compound interest. You can do population sensors. So log is like reverse. You kind of predict go backward. You're gonna kind of make a prediction. Yeah. How come negative log 5 equals negative? Oh no, this is negative. 1 over 5. 1 over 5. 1 over 5 is 5 to negative 1. Similar to this. Because log 15 equals 1.1. Log 15? Yeah. Positive. Yeah. Log, this is log 1 over 5, not log 5. Right? 1 over 5 is a negative because it's a fraction. Okay, so negative on the front, that's why it's a negative number. Inside log can inside log be negative? Oh, I got it now. Yes. And no one say anything? Like you posted 1 point? Do you know what? Do you know what happened? What is the log 1 over 5? It's not 15. I thought it's a 15. I thought it's similar to this. What is the log 1 over 5? How did you get 1 over 5 from 3 and 15? We don't have 5 though. We don't know the log 5 though, right? Unless you're going to go back to what we do, the log 5 in the number 1 or something. 3 over 15, right? Right? 3 over 15 is 1 over 5, right? Is it? Yeah. Okay, 3 over 15, you divide both them by 3. Yeah, divide by 3 is 1. Divide by 3 is 5. Yeah. Yeah. Your face is going to scare me. Yeah. Huh? What's the meaning of life? Huh? And then equal to log? I need medication right now. Erin? This is the division. This, you're going to do a subtraction. Right? So log 3 minus log 15. And what is the log 3? I already erased it. What is log 3? 0.77 minus 1.176. Okay. What is the log 5? What is the log 5? Log 5. 6, 0 point. Okay. Oh yeah, that's why I just did that. It's wrong. Because this is phi, not, we don't know the phi. What they gave you is they gave you log 3 and log 15. They didn't give you log 5, right? This is 1 over 3. You know log 3 already. That's why you're going to use it in this way, right? Because 1 over 3 is just 3 negative 1. But if you're going to choose like this, if you're going to do the same thing, phi to negative 1, did you know log 5? No. They didn't give you this. They only give you log 3 and log 15. That's why you need to link this one to become something related to 3 and 15. Make sense? Yeah? Okay. Any other question? Any other question? All right, so this is a new one. Let's write down. Log base 3 of 2 equal to 0.631. Log base 3 of 5 equal to 1.465. Okay? So we're going to do number 6 here. Just calculation, right? This lesson is easy. Just calculation. There's no wrapping. There's no applying step by step. What is the log 3 of 10? 10 log 3. Sabrina, get some point. So ask yourself, how do you get 10 from these two they gave you? 2 and 5. Not that hard. How do you get 10 from 2 and 5? Yeah, you multiply them, right? So log 3 is log base 3 of 2 times 5. And 2 times 5 mean? You add this. So that's approximate 0.631 plus 1.465. So that becomes 6902. All right. 2.0696. Easy? Easy. Yeah? Yeah? You want to test now? Log 3 of 27. Easy, easy. What is this? Sophomore? They go to take the test. Any idea? Think outside the box. Obed? I don't know. Give me answer. Elma? Oh, 5 square minus 2? But remember, when you have minus inside, you cannot do anything. Remember this. Right? If you have this one, you cannot do anything with this. They can only either multiplication or division inside the log. You see that? Inside the log can only be multiplication or division.
The cube outside the parentheses.
Cube. And this whole thing here become 27? Okay. What next? You kind of get it, but it's a long way though. But if you can't get it, yeah. What is 5 minutes 2? So what is the log 3 of 27? Without this. Without this.
Oh, 3.
Just 3. You don't need these 2 information. Right? That's why I said it's thing outside the box. 3 to what power is 27? 3. That's it. You don't need these 2. They just give you if you need it. So let's give Herman and Obed. Yeah. They're both saying something about 3 cube. Herman and Obed. Yeah. Yeah, think outside the box. You are not always needed. Okay, log 3 of 15. Gabriela. I'm going to call everyone to get point. Try it. Don't give up. Don't give up. What are the 2 numbers multiplied to 15? Try and free. Just 3, 5, 5. I just try and free. I just say that. 3 and 5, right? What does the multiplication mean? That mean? So you're gonna log 3 of 5 plus, yeah, see? Okay, now what is the log 3 of 5? Do you know it? What is the log 3 of 3? 37. 1. Right? Log 3 of 3 is 1. Log b of b is 1. B to the power, log b is also 1. Remember this one? Because 3 to the power 1 is 3. So you know that already. You just need this information. So it's approximately 1.465 plus 1. That is 2.465. Make sense? Yeah. All right, let's give Gabriela 1 point. Yeah. You don't always need all the information. All right, 18. Dana, let's go. 18. How do you bracket? What are 2 numbers multiplied to 18? You have 6 and 3. You have 9 and 2. And you have, oh, that's it, right? 18 and 1, it doesn't do anything. So 6 and 3 and 9 and 2, which one is better? 6 and 3? 9 and 2? Who say 6 and 3? Who say 9 and 2? 2. Oh, good. Why 9 and 2 is better? Do you know log base 3 of 2? They gave you, right? Do you know log base 3 of 9? Yeah, it is 2. Right? So 9 and 2 much better. So log base 3 of 9 plus log base 3 of 2. Log base 3 of 9 is 2 because 3 squared is 9. Right? And then log base 3 of 2 they gave you already. So 0.631. So that's going to give you 2.631. Yeah? To figure out, right? To figure, like detective, you want to figure out how you're going to make it appear.
What the?
Easy, easy. 0.2. Okay. Alex? Huh? Mm-hmm. Right? 0.2 is 1/5. Do you know that? 0.2 is 2 over 10. Because you divide by 10, you're going to move decimal to the left, right? And then 2 over 10 is 1 over 5. If you don't know it. If you don't know immediately, 0.2 is 1 over 5. And then 1 over 5, how do you change it? 5 to the negative 1. Bring the negative 1 to the front. That's give you negative log 3 of 5. And that's negative 1.6465. Good. They give Alex 1 point. Huh? Invisible? Yeah. You don't need to write negative 1. That's unnecessary. It's still 90, okay? But now let's one if every table gets one people go get a calculator for the rest. So yeah. One person in the table, go get calculator for the rest. Huh? Yeah. Nobody know your name, Gabriela. Nobody know. Gabriela, nobody know. Don't worry. Gabriela, hurry up, hurry up. Oh, now she go that way. The last part of the 90 is also, I told you we're going to learn about last property, right? But we didn't learn it yet. So now we're going to learn that. But first, I'm going to ask you this. Find for me what is the log 4? Using calculator. I hope you all know how to find it now.
0.602.
Is it? 0.602. Easy, easy. Too easy to get point. All right, good. LN4.
Log E, right?
LN right here. Just press LN. Press LN. LN and 4. 1.386. You know how you use it? No? Yeah? What base is this? 10. What base is this? E. Okay. Log base 3 of 4. Ooh. Good luck. Yeah, right? How you do it? How you do that? That's the problem.
I know how to do it.
You can never do it. You can never do it, especially in this calculator. Well, the other calculator maybe. That one also no. Let me see. Yeah, this one also no. Only like scientific and complicated one. You can never do it. So because by default on the calculator, they only give you base 10 or base E. They don't give you option to fix the base. So that's why we're gonna learn a new formula to tackle this one. Okay. So the formula is this. Write it down first, and we're gonna talk about this. You remember the note I told you to like leave 5 lines? You have like two line left, right? Yeah, you have 2 line left. Just one with one piece here, and then one space is just a space, so they're not gonna look tight. Not that one. Not that one. That's mean 3 to the power 4. That's different thing. This one is log base 3 of 4. Write this one number 7. Log base b of a equal to log base c of a divided by log base c of a of b. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna write right here. Okay, I'm gonna write right here to see it. So log base b of a will be equal to log base c of a divided by log base c of b. So this one they call changing base formula. Okay, so you can write this one on your number 7. That's gonna occupy 2 lines, right? And that would be it. That's the last property. That's T. T for the short throat. It's unsweet. Let's just have something for your throat. Yeah. All right. So that means, okay, what does that mean then? That means you can always changing the base. What is the base right now? B. You can change to any base you want. C, that means any other number you want. Okay, you can changing it. So what base your calculator can do it? Base 10, right? You can change this one to the base 10 so that you can use calculator. Correct? So log. Now, can you compare the formula and tell me what number on the top and what number on the bottom? Compare the formula here and tell me what number on the top, what number on the bottom. Yeah? A, B, B. So this one, the big one, you're gonna be stay on the top. It's corresponding, right? And then the lower one, the small one here, going to go to the bottom. So log base 3 of 4 equal to log 4 divided by log 3. Now you can use a calculator to give me the answer. Huh? C is any number you want. But now we're going to choose C to be 10 so that we can use calculator. But C can be any number, okay?
We're using 10 right now, right?
Now we're going to use 10 so you can use the calculator. So what is the answer?
Oh, we're subtracting it, right?
What is the answer? 1.26. 1, 2, right? 2. Yeah. Log 4, close parenthesis, divided by log 3, close parenthesis. If you need help on the calculator, let me know, okay? Make sense? That's the formula we're gonna learn. We're gonna just do 2 more and that's it for the 90. Easy. What is the number of assemble? 10, 11? 10? Okay, this one is 10, right? No, oh, this one is 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11 Log, okay, find for me log 2 of 20. Using calculator, find for me what is the log 2 of 20. What did you get? What did you get? Try it, try it. What's it log base 2 of 20? 4.321. Very good. Is it? Yeah. 322 to be precise. 322. Last one. Last one, last one.
Log 20. Oh, yeah, I got you.
What you gonna do? You're changing the base, right? It's gonna be log 20 divided by log 2. Right? You're changing the base. So that become 4.322. Let's use calculator.
The down part.
So
Like, doesn't matter because of the base.
we're changing the base. The base now become this. We're changing the C to become 10. C, you can choose any number for the base. That's what I call changing base. You can change every number of the base you want. And we change to the base to the 10 because so that we can, why are we changing base to the 10? Because we can use the calculator. But this formula work for any base you want. You can change the base to like 20, 30, okay? Whatever number you want. Let me see. Show me your calculator if you got this one. If you got it right, I'm going to give you a point. See? Even though I show you how to do it, we did the sample, but you still didn't get this one. What you need to press, okay, I'm going to write out what is it, and then what you need to press, okay? Log, you can press log. It's automatically head of parentheses. You're going to press 27 divided by 4, close parentheses. You need to close it. You need to close it, okay? And then divide it by log, open parentheses, it's automatically open for you. Log 4. No, not 4, not 6. Not 6. That's 6, and then close parentheses. Now try it again. If you can get it now. It still works, but it's a long way. So you're going to write log 6 of 25 minus log 6 of 4. And then how are you going to do this? You're going to change in base again. Log 25 divided by log 6 minus log of 4 divided by log 6. It's way longer than this, right? But you didn't get it. If you get the same answer, it's you get your point. Okay. Now, okay. Now those who haven't got it correctly, can you try it again to get it? If you see, can you get it correctly? The correct answer is going to be 1.022. If you got that one, it's going to be right. You got it now? Good. So the last lesson of unit 9 is 9H. That means you learn how to sketch in the log function. So the very first lesson of the unit 9, we learn how to sketching the exponential function, right? And the last lesson is about sketching the log function. What is the relationship between the exponential and the log?
With that, you don't need to. Let's just
The opposite, the inverse, right? Do you remember what is the exponential function look like?
Cosine 45 degrees.
Do you remember? The step-by-step still on the board, like 9A, right? You will have the HA. What is the HA? The horizontal asymptote. What does it mean? What is the definition? Right. Another thing about the HA. It's get closer and closer as well, but never touches,
Can
right?
you go back to
So
your
that
seat?
is the
And
HA. For this one right here, it's going to be here.
Work.
And then the wrap going to be look like. Do you remember how the wrap look like for the exponential? This one, right? Like row function. So the log is inverse of that. Who wants to try to draw the inverse of this? Do you remember the inverse function? They reflect over what? Y equal x, right? They reflect over the y equal x. Who wants to give a shot? Who wants to go to the ball, give a shot, get 2 points? Reflect over this line. Anyone? Because that's going to be this line. That's the inverse of this. Anyone want to try it? Donovan? Let's give Donovan 1 point. It's not correct. Who else? That's fine. That's fine. We're trying. We're learning. We're learning. Who wants? Who wants to give a shot? Evan? Anyone? Just reflect over this line. Just flip it. Just flip it. It's not that hard. You just flip it. Okay. Okay. You just flip it. It's not that hard. All right. Let's give Alan 1 point. Select you still have chain. Want to try? You have same idea? You reflect over the green line. You reflect over this line. Inverse function. Not reflect over the axis though. Let's give select 1 point. Who else? Well, Alan is getting close, but it's not correct yet. No one?
Wait, does it reflect or does it rotate?
Reflect. That's it. Yeah? All right, let's give Amy 2 points. Very good. Good job. Good job. You cannot cross this. Like this one, you cannot cross the horizontal line here. When you reflect over here, that means this one cannot cross this one as well. Okay? So, okay, so the log to right by itself is going to be like this. It's going to be like this. Okay? That's going to be like this. We reflect over here. Okay? So, on the exponential, we have the HA. So, what do you think we have on the log? VA. What is the VA? Vertical asymptote. So, this is right here. Okay? Because they're inverse. Right? Inverse. You have horizontal line. And now you inverse, you have vertical line. So, this is going to be vertical line. VA. Vertical line. Okay? Okay, let's learn how to graph this. Oh, let's talk about domain first. So what is the domain of the log function? Let's use your calculator. Everybody use your calculator. 5 for me. What is the log 0? Press it. Try it. 1. Domain error, right? Okay. Try for me. What is the log -1? What do you think log of -1000? It's going to be? It's still domain error. Okay. So what is your conclusion? No, -1000. What is your conclusion? Inside log can never be less than or equal to 0. Or inside log need to be inside log must larger than 0. Okay, that's your conclusion. Why? Have you ever know why? Have you ever thought about why? Question yourself about why? Well, okay, log, let's say this is base 10, right? Log base 10 of 0. That means you're going to find what the power 10 to what power is 0. Do you have any number so that you're going to be equal to 0? Never. When you take the power, they're always positive. Do you think any number when you take 10 to what power equal to -1? Impossible. 10 to what power equal to -1000? Impossible, right? So that's why they call it domain error, because it's not in the domain. It's not in the domain. So inside the log, they must be larger than 0. Okay? So let's do this one. Let's actually do that one, the basic one. Or maybe do log base 3. Okay, let's do the log base 3. Larger than 0. Inside log must larger than 0. Oh. Okay. Now take maybe a couple minutes to write out a step by step on the board. You see the 9H sketch log function. Only 3 steps. Very similar to 9A because they actually it's inverse. Okay. Okay. So the first step is you're gonna find the domain. How do you find the domain? By letting inside of log larger than 0. That's how you find the domain, right? Inside the log must larger than 0. What is the inside of log here? What do you see is inside the log here? Just x, right? So you need x larger than 0. And the step two is telling you that this is actually the domain. X equal to 0 is actually the domain. Okay. Now let me ask you this. X equal to 0, is it a vertical line or horizontal line? Vertical, right? Like x equal to 1, x equal to 3, x equal to 5, and so on. So x equal to 0 is here. So that's the vertical line. That is actually the vertical asymptote, VA. VA x equal to 0. Okay. That's the step 2. We done 2 steps already. The step 3 is T table. Now I will explain what is the 1b, 1 over b over there. Okay. 1b, 1 over b, or b squared. But sometimes b squared is very big number. So that's why I put or. Okay. What is the base of this one? 3. So based on this one, you're gonna using this 3 point because they're going to give you a beautiful number. Okay? A beautiful number, yeah. Let's see. If you put 1, what is 1? If you plug it in, you have log 3 of 1. What is the log base 3 of 1? What is the log base 3 of 1? 1? 0. Everything that you have 1 is 0. Right? Because 3 to the power 0 is 1. Any number to the power 0 is 1. So every time you see 1 here, there must be 0, no matter what base it is. So that is 0. You see? Beautiful number. Yeah? Now, the next one is B. What is the B? B is 3. So the next one is 3. Why? Because when you calculate base 3 of 3, oh, what is the base 3 of 3? 1. See that? Beautiful number. Pretty number. Handsome number. Yeah? Now, 1 over B. What is 1 over B? You have two choices. You have two choices. You can do 1 over B or you can do 9. B squared is 9, right? Well, if you don't want to dealing with the big number, you can do 1 over B. That's mean 1 over 3. Why 1 over 3? What is the log 3 of 1 over 3? Negative 1. See that? Handsome number. Yeah? So 1, 0 is here. 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1 is here. 1 over 3, that means 0.3. Right? 0.3. You can use calculator for this. So 0.3 is around here. Negative 1 is here. So now the next question is, you have 3 points. Let's say you have 3 points. You don't know how to connect them. Is it going to be like this? Or is it going to be like this? The second one or the first one? The first one is like this. The second one is like this. The second one, because they can never touch the VA, right? So it must be this way. That's why I'm saying this log, it's just reverse of this. So basically the same thing. But what are the 3 number is good for this one? What are 3 number good for this? You remember? Negative 1, 0, 1. Now look at this. Negative 1, 0, 1. You see that? They reverse. So by choosing 1b and 1 over b, you actually got negative 1, 0, and 1. They connected. See that? Phew. No? Okay, am I? Like mind blowing? No? Okay, number 2, log. I'm gonna combine for you, okay? I have seven assemble. I'm gonna combine you for like 4. Okay, 4, sure. Log base 2x minus 1 plus 1. Okay. No, plus 3. Okay. Now, what is the domain? How do you find the domain? How do you find the domain? Inside of log must larger than 0. What is inside of log here? X minus 1. Okay, x minus 1 need to larger than 0. And then plus 1. Plus 1. Don't do the plus 3, okay? This one is not included inside. X larger than 1. So what is your VA? Yeah, the whole thing. X equal to 1, not just 1. Because 1 can be like y, all right? That's going to be horizontal. X equal to 1. So x equal to 1 right here. That's your VA. So VA x equal to 1. Okay, that means the graph can never touch that line. Now what number is good? Always 1, because they always give you 0, right? So log base 2. Oh, no. You want inside to be 1. You want inside to be 1, not x equal to 1. That's one on step 3 they say that make inside log become what number of the x so that this whole thing become 1? 2, right? 2 minus 1 is 1. So you have log base 2 of 1 plus 3. That's 0 plus 3, that's 3. Beautiful number. Now, so what's so good? Okay. What value of the x, so that's the whole thing here, become b. But what is your base? Your base is 2. So what is the value of the x, so that's the whole thing, become 2? 3, right? 3 minus 1 is 2, right? So you're going to have log base 2 of 2 plus 3. Log base 2 of 2 is 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. Now the last one is 1 over b. Huh? What? 3? Here? This one? This one? This one? This one? 2 log base 2 of 2 is 1. Yeah. Okay. Now how do you make this one become 1 over 2? 1.5 or 3 over 2, right? So you can write 1.5, yeah. So that's mean 1.5 minus 1 is 0.5. That's 1/2. So you're going to have log 2 of 1 over 2. That's negative 1. This one is negative 1, right? Negative 1 plus 3 is 2. So now you have 2, 3. 2, 2, 3 is right here. 3, 4. 3, 4 is up here. And 1.5, 2. This is 1. So 1.5 is right here. And 2 here. Okay? Any questions so far? Now you're going to do by yourself. Let's see if you got this. Okay, do that one. How many of you already found a domain? Raise your hand if you found a domain. Wait, oh, good. I love you. So domain is you're going to let inside larger than 0, right? You minus 1 both sides, you have 2x larger than negative 1. And then you divide it by 2. Do I need to flip the sign? No, you only flip the sign when you divide it by negative number, right? So this is your VA. X equal to negative 1/2, okay? Hold on. Let me wrap this one. So negative 1/2. Let's say this is negative 1/2. That is your VA. Okay, VA x equal to negative 1/2 or negative 0.5. Now I think the one that's challenging is the T table, right? Well, let me tell you this. Technically, T table you can choose any number. Okay, let's say in the real test you stuck. Just choose any number. Okay, That's the test skill of taking the test. Just choose any number for t-table. But here, let's talk about how do you make it beautiful. You want inside to be
Wait, so it could become one.
1b or 1 over b, right? You want the whole thing inside to be 1. Okay? What is the x so that the whole thing become 1? 0, right? 0 times 2 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. So you have log base 3 of 1 minus 1. So that's 0 minus 1, that's negative 1. Now, how do you make this whole thing here become 3? Is it not obvious, right? It's not obvious. So you can let inside here 2x plus 1 become 3. And you want to solve for x? Remember we did this in the exponential 9a? Minus 1 both sides, you have 2x equal to 2, divided by 2 both sides, x equal to 1. Okay, so when x equal to 1, when you plug it in here, you're going to get 3. Make sense? You solve for it. When x equal to 1, when you plug it in here, you will get 3. That's how you solve for x. So this is going to be 1. Because when you plug it in 1, you're going to get 3. So then you have log base 3 of 3 minus 1. That's 1 minus 1 is 0. Now we want this whole thing to be 1 over 3, or we want the whole thing to be 9 as well. That's why I also write here. I also wrote b squared. You see on the note, it's also b squared. I think you can also using this one. Okay? I'm going to talk about both cases. Okay? Let's talk about 1 over b. If you want 2x plus 1 to be 1 over 3, you're going to solve for it. Minus 1, minus 1. 1 over 3 minus 1 is negative 2 over 3. Right? Divided by 2 both sides, divided by 2 both sides, 2 gone. So x equal to negative 1 over 3. So when x equal to negative 1 over 3, you plug it in here, you will get 1 over 3. So that's one thing. Okay? Or if you want to make the inside log to become b squared, that means 9. Right? Then you want to solve for it. 2x plus 1 equal to 9. That's what we want. Minus 1, minus 1. 2x equal to 8 divided by 2, divided by 2, x equal to 4. Oh, maybe this one is easier to for calculation. You don't need to dealing with the fraction. So I'm going to choose this, okay? I'm going to choose 4. And then log base 3 of, now this become 9, right? When you plug it in 4 here, you're going to get 9. So log base 3 of 9 minus 1. Log base 3 of 9 is 2. Oh, 2 minus 1 is 1. You see that? Sometimes this one better. If you see a lot of fraction, this one is not good. That's why I also put on the note, the step by step is or b squared. Okay, now plug it in. 0, negative 1 is here. 1, 0 is here. And then 4, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 1 right here. And that is your graph. See? You got it? Good, good. All right, let's get select 1 point. Good. Last one. You will need a calculator for this. No, for example. For example. Pay attention. I said for example.